Nate the Great and the Halloween Hunt. My name is Nate the Great. I am a detective. Tonight I got into trouble. Tonight I was locked in the haunted house with my dog Sludge. I was in big trouble. There were no pancakes there. I was on a case, a Halloween case. It started about an hour ago. My dog Sludge and I were looking for out of our window. We were waiting for the witch and the clown and the Dracula and the princess to ring our doorbell. Suddenly, I heard a scratch at the door. A loud scratch. I went to the door and opened it. Someone was standing there in a long dress and a bonnet and a shawl. It was a little Red Riding Hood's grandmother carrying a trick-or-treat bag in her big teeth. His big teeth. The grandmother was Annie's dog Fang. I, Nate the Great, did not think that Halloween was a scary holiday until now. Where is Annie? I asked him. Does she know that you're out alone on Halloween? I did not want for an answer. I dropped some trees into Fang's bag. He wagged his tail and went down the walk. I closed the door behind him. Sludge crawled out from under a chair. I said to him, "Be brave on Halloween. We do not believe it, ghosts and goblins, or the grandmother with big teeth." Sludge went back to the window. The doorbell rang. I opened the door. Annie and Rosamond were outside. They were both dressed as Little Red Riding Hood, and they were each carried a basket covered with a red cloth. "Your grandmother was just here," I said to both of them. "I knew it," Annie said. "This is Fang's first year out alone on Halloween." "I put some trees in his bag," I said, "and now I'll keep some for your basket." My basket is already heavy with trees," Annie said, and Rosamond said, "I can't carry anymore." "Mine isn't full yet," Annie said. She lifted the napkin from her basket, and I dropped some of the trees inside. "I finished with the trick-or-treating," Rosamond said. "I came here to ask for your help." "What kind of help?" "One of my cats, a little house, is missing," Rosamond said. "He hides at Halloween every year. He tries to hide, but this year I can find him." "Where are the other 3 cats?" I asked. "Perhaps Little House is with them." "Oh no," Rosamond said. "Every Halloween, surprise the big cats and play dogs go to the old haunted house on the street and help hunt it. But Little House is too scared, so he hides." "Wait until tomorrow," I said. "Halloween will be over, and the Little House will come out of his hiding place. "But there might be a really lost," Rosamond said. "I'm so worried." "I can eat any of my treats. Please help me." "Very well. I, Nate the Great, will take your case. Tell me, when was the last time you saw Little House?" "He was following Annie and me." "Where?" Rosamond said. "Where did you go tonight?" I asked. First, I put on my costume," Rosamond said, "and then I went to Annie's house. The Little House followed me there." "And then what?" Annie finished dressing up Frank. Then she sent him on his way. Then Annie and I went to Claude's house. He gave us some cookies. We put them in our basket. Next, we went to Esmeralda's house. She gave us her special Halloween biscuit. Was the little hat still following you? Yes, Rosamond said. Then Esmeralda asked Annie and me to help her get into her gorilla costume. So Annie and I stepped into her house, and the little hat did too. Annie and I helped Esmeralda become a gorilla. The three of the youths started to leave Esmeralda's house. That's when I noticed that the little house was gone. Then he's probably still in the Rosamond house, I said. No, we look everywhere in her house, Annie said. Was Esmeralda's door open or closed while you were helping her with her costume? Open, Annie said. So little House probably escaped outside, I said. It is hard to find a small black cat in the dark, but I will go out and hunt for him. Oh, thank you, Rosamond said. I will go home and wait for you to bring him back. Rosamond and Annie laughed. I wrote a note to my mother. I got a flashlight. Sludge and I went out into the night. I saw the two pirates ahead of us. Excuse me, I said. Have you seen the Rosamond cat's little house? The pirates turned around. They were the Finley and Pip. We have just started on our around, Finley said. And all we've seen are a dancing, a truck, and a robot. Sludge and I walked up and down the street. We saw the more pirates and monsters and kings and a truck. But we did not see Little House. Where could it be? What would the scared cats do on Halloween? I asked Sludge. Then I had an idea. Perhaps Little House wasn't scared anymore. Perhaps I should be looking for a brave cat and not a scared one. Perhaps this year Little House is learning how to hunt. I said to Sludge, I, Nick, don't believe in the haunted house, but we must go to the old house and hunt for Little House. Sludge did not look happy, but we walked to the old house. I looked haunted. It looked like every ghost who hadn't ever haunted anything was haunting this house. On the night, Sludge and I crept out the front step. They creaked. I knew they would. I knocked on the door. It creaked. I knew it would. I opened the door. It squeaked. I knew it would. I stepped into the house. Sludge slunk in. I called out, Super hacks, big cats, plainess, little hacks, any hacks, are you here? You have 1 minute to show your the face. Then the Sludge and I are leaving. I started counting the second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slam! The door shut behind us. I tried to open it. It was stuck. There must be another door, I said to Sludge. I flashed my flashlight around. I saw the cobwebs and all the furniture drop with white sheets. I heard the clicking and clacking and the shrieking. Is that your cats? I shouted. I saw the 3 pair of eyes. glowing at me in the dark. Cat's eyes. They belong to super cats, big cats, and planets. Then they disappeared. I flashed my flashlight all over the house. The three cats were gone, but how did they get out of the house? How could the sludge and I get out? I heard more click and clack and shriek. The cats had laughed, so what was making those ghostly noises? I need to read. Now to believe it, the haunted house. We had to get out of here. I found another door. It was locked. I tried the window. They were locked. There must be a way out, I thought. The cats got in and out, in and got out. I kept looking, and then in front of me I saw a ghost. I don't believe it's ghost, so how could I see one? But it was creeping toward me, dressed in a white sheet. And suddenly I knew that it was solved the case. Little House would be under that sheet, learning how to hunt. I lifted the sheet. Sludge was huddling under it. He was hiding. I unwrapped him. He led me to another room. He found a hole. It was small, but he dug in it, making it bigger. It was big enough for us to climb into. It landed to the outside. We were free. Good work, Sludge, I said. We walked down the street, away from the house. We were happy to do that. The little house was not to the haunted house, I said. We're back to looking for a scared cat. Did you have any clue? Perhaps pancakes helped me think. Bones helped Sludge think. We went home. We ate. I thought back. The last time the Rosamond's little house was when he followed her into Esmeralda's house. Then he was gone. Esmeralda and Annie and Rosamond were scared, searched the Esmeralda house, but they could not find the little house. So he must have gone out into the night alone. But why would he do that when he was scared of Halloween? Sludge was scared of Halloween too. He had hidden under a chair in my house and under a sheet in a haunted house. Perhaps Little House was hiding under something. But where? We must go where the little house was last seen, I said. Sludge and I went to Esmeralda's house. She was there, eating from her bag of treats. I am looking for the little house, I said. It isn't here, Esmeralda said. Rosamond and Annie and I looked all over this house. What's some of my treats? My bag got too heavy to carry around. I stared at Esmeralda's trees. Suddenly, I remember something. I remember lots of things. I remember clues. I have no time for treats, I said. I must go to Rosamond's house right away. Sludge and I rushed to Rosamond's house. She was lying on the sofa. She was sitting wearing her little Red Riding Hood costume. She looked strange in it. Rosamond looked strange in everything. I was just at the Esmeralda house, I said. She was eating some of her treats. I'm still not hungry, Rosamond said, pointing to the covered basket on the table. I just said to eat. I think I know where the little hex is, I said. Where is he? Rosamond clutched her red claw. I need the grate. Walked around to Rosamond's basket. I lifted out the red cloth that was on top of it, and there was a little hex fast asleep in the basket. It's little hex, Rosamond cried. Yes, I said. I need the grate. Say that you've been carrying him around ever since you left Esmeralda's house. I have? Yes. He must have crawled into your basket and at Esmeralda's house. While you and Annie were busy helping Esmeralda became a gorilla. But how could he fit inside? Rosamond asked. Where are the trees that I collect? There are a few left in the basket, I said. Little Hex probably ate most of them and took their place under a napkin and hide there. Sludge hide under a chair and I shit tonight. When you're scared, you might hide under something. Sludge gave me that clue twice. Rosamond struck like Little Hex. But how did you know that Little Hex was hiding in my basket? She asked. He couldn't have been hiding anywhere. You gave me the clue, I said. You told me that you and Annie started out together, doing the trick or treat. When you got to my house, Annie had room in the basket for treat, but you said your basket was too heavy. How came your basket was heavier than Annie's? They should have been the same because you both went to the same place. I need the grate to say that your basket was full of Little Hex, and he was full of your treats. No wonder it was heavy. I'm so happy to have Little Hex back, Rosamond said. Let's have a Halloween party in celebrate. I'll go outside and invite everyone I see, including your grandmother with the big sis, I asked. Sure, Rosamond said. Frank will probably collect more treats than anybody. I believe that, I said, but I will never be too hungry enough to take food from Fang's fans. Sludge and I laughed. The case was over. Halloween was almost over. No more hunting, no more hunting. What a choose all the clinking and clacking and shrieking in the old haunted house. I will never know. I need the grate. Say that some mysteries are the better left unsolved. The end.